Hi, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, your favorite Japada girl. I'm not Yoruba, so I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it well. Well, Japada meaning your favorite returnee. And I'm here to answer some of your questions you asked, and I'm answering. If you haven't seen the previous Q&A, please do well to check the link in my description and catch up. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Now, first question. What was the main reason you decided to move back home? I've answered this question before, but in a nutshell, I am Nigerian first, guys. I don't know. I don't know how to answer this question again. I am Nigerian. I love Nigeria. Yes, I know it's a shock to a lot of people. Even when I was moving back, even my parents, so many people felt like, why are you moving back to Nigeria? I believe in Nigeria. Listen, I believe in this country. So that's the main reason why I wanted to move back to Nigeria. I hope that helps. How did you know it was the right time to return? Before I left this country, I knew I was going to return. Does that make sense? Before I left, there was no perfect time. I didn't have that moment of the time is now. I just knew that I was going to. So I don't know how to explain it without it being like, oh, Sarah, does that mean you just up and left? Yeah. I knew I was going to come back. So even the kind of jobs I took jobs that were like flexible, that allowed me go back and forth. Yes, I still go back and forth, but primary location is Nigeria. So yes. Did you have any fears or doubts about coming back? Oh, yes. By the time a lot of people are telling you, are you sure you're making a mistake? Oh, I had a whole lot of that. I had people tell me I was making a mistake. I had people like crazy. Yes, I had doubts. I had fears, just like any other thing you're doing in life. Will it work out? What if it doesn't work out? Or what if this happens? Because I had a job one time that, that job was not going to give me remote. It was fully in or nothing. So me saying no to it also, like, it came with that fear of what if I say no to it and then come back and this is not the things that I expected. Of course, I had all that fear before moving. What were the biggest factors you considered before deciding to Japada? What were the factors I considered? Like I said, I'm not even going to lie, not a lot, because I am one of those people that have always loved this country. So I knew that somehow my main base was going to be Nigeria. And this affected like my job, everything I was doing. I just always kept in touch with Nigeria. I said in my last video that I used to watch a whole lot of Nollywood movies because I kept in touch with my friends. I spoke my language. I still ate my food, everything. So maybe I should ask someone else. Maybe I should have an interview with someone else. I might have better answers for that. How did your family and friends react when you told them you were coming back? Of course, the normal, no. Just a few people said, oh, it's nice, come back, you should do that. But majority were like, are you sure? Okay, try one more year. Do you know what? Okay, why not just do 3 months? And then if you don't like it, go back. I'm like, no. So yes, that's the reaction. What was the most difficult part of the relocation process? Oh, moving your life back and forth. That's really difficult, especially for someone that wanted to be going back and forth. That was that process, and then thinking of where to live, because at that time my parents were in the east. I hadn't moved to Lagos, so that was another difficult thing, like deciding where I was going to stay, if I was going to stay in the east or if I was going to stay in Lagos. So for me, that was even the difficult part. Did you ship your belongings or start fresh when you arrived? Oh, I didn't ship anything. Everything I came back with, like basically everything that entered my suitcase, any other thing that didn't enter my suitcase, I bought in Nigeria. I did not go through any shipping. I know a few people have asked me to recommend shipping companies. If you have reliable shipping companies, please drop in the comment section. I did not use anything. I was not about to ship America to Nigeria. How did you prepare mentally and emotionally for the change? I think you cannot really be fully prepared. But what I did was that I told myself that this is home. People are here. People are making it here. Good things happen everywhere. Bad things happen everywhere. Whatever it's going to be, make the best out of it. To be honest, that was really how I prepared. I was like, I mean, what if I didn't have a chance to leave? Do you get what I mean? Like, that's what I told myself. So I was not like coming back with, oh, this is the option. Like, if it doesn't work, I'll run away. No, no, no. So I think that kind of like put me in that state. Of course, there are things that I considered, because right now in Nigeria, currently, I live in an estate that gives me 24 hours because I can afford it. When I moved, I couldn't afford it. So in my head too, I had to readjust to the fact that I'll be shouting up NEPA. I mean, yeah, those are the things like I had to prepare myself for. Sometimes when I talk to people, maybe I'm trying to get something done and I'm on a Zoom call, I talk to people and I'm like, oh my God, is this really worth it? Why are these people acting like this, you know? So, yeah. What was your first impression when you landed back home? Whew, finally home. This feels like home. Yeah, kind of. But to be honest, there's this sense of regret that we hit. Like, did I make a mistake? Really? Did I make a mistake? Should I have stayed back? Did I come back too soon? So it was mixed feelings. I'm not even going to lie. I had like mixed feelings when I got back. Did you experience any reverse culture shock? Oh, yes, I did. And I'm going to link a video so that I don't repeat what I'd said before. So I'm going to link a video. Of course, I experienced a whole lot of reverse culture shock. And the thing is, like, you think that, okay, because this is where you've been, you know, for the major part of your life, you grew up here and you're back and you're like, why is this a shock to me? Because you've forgotten what it feels like to be on the streets of Lagos and people are honking. Oh my God. You've forgotten those things. Sometimes you even forget how to greet. You see your elders and you're like, hi. Then you're like, okay. I'm in Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria. Good afternoon, ma. Good evening, sir. You know. How long did it take you to adjust to life back home? Personally, me, Sarah, I'm a quick adjuster. I just know how to adjust. When I went to the UK, I adjust fast. When I went to America, I adjust fast. I adjusted fast. Nigeria was even faster. I'm one of those people that like, I know how to adjust any situation I find myself. I kind of know how to do it. I don't know, but I think one of the practical things I do is I just tell myself, okay, I'm here. Like, let's do this. It might look like nothing, but that's what I do. What were the biggest challenges you faced when you first moved? Oh, like light, internet. Those were like my biggest challenges because you're on Zoom calls and, you know, the network keeps going off. I literally had to like, I've almost lost my mind so many times at that time when I came back because of internet. I mean, now it's better. Remember, there was a time Nigeria didn't have Wi-Fi. You know, we were on mobile data. Now we have Wi-Fi. Now it's so much better. Now I have electricity. Oh God, at that time, those were the things that really like, those are the biggest challenges. Like these two things were the things that frustrated me. Electricity and internet, because how do you make money when your devices have gone off? You know, those are two things that really, really, really frustrated me. I'm not even gonna lie. How did you handle job or business opportunities upon returning? Ooh, this should be a video on its own. Because a lot of people have asked me about this. So why I have also made a video about businesses you can start in Nigeria. I want to tell this business and story as a story time, because if you're looking to come back, the most important thing is, what job am I going to do? What business am I going to do? So it is very important that I make this as a full video. What were some unexpected things you didn't plan for? I planned for light, but I didn't know how bad it was going to be. I planned that the internet is bad, but didn't know how bad it was going to be. One thing I didn't plan for is work, the work culture. I think that's one thing I didn't plan, because before I left Nigeria, I had never done corporate in Nigeria. So I didn't know how corporate Nigeria worked. Yeah, I didn't know how it worked. And that was one thing I did not plan for. I did not plan for how human beings work here. I did not plan for how you need to write down everything, because people do not keep to their words. Yes, no such thing as, oh, I'm going to pay you this amount of money, I'm going to do this, get yourself a paper and pen. sign it, seal it legally. Don't take people's word for it. Those are things that I didn't plan for. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a people thing, right? Around the world, you need to do that. But my point is, I did not plan for corporate Nigeria. I found myself in corporate at some point. I did not plan to get into corporate, but I did. And I did not plan for how it turned out. If you want a detailed video on working corporate in Nigeria, drop in the comment section. Drop it and I got you. What everyday habits from abroad did you struggle to let go of? Walking. I love walking, guys. I love to walk. Like in America, I am such a walker. I walk to class. I walk to supermarket. I love to walk. You guys don't get it. Like when I'm trying to get a place, the first thing I check is what is around. Where's the nearest train station? Where's the nearest supermarket? I love to walk so that I can at least walk. So that was such a struggle for me in Nigeria. The fact that it's hard to walk in Lagos. People will honk. People, even on the sidewalk where you're supposed to be walking, you'll be struggling with cars and bikes. So these are like just basic things that this is something that I really, really struggled with. Yeah. Will I say another habit is the transportation system for me. UK, yes. America, no. Transportation system in America, in LA, nope. But in the UK, good. Nigeria, I had to adjust because Nigeria, either have to drive or get a driver, get an Uber. It's really like the transportation system in Nigeria is not good. And, I loved that about living in the UK. I love the fact that I could just come out, get into the nearest train station, walk to the nearest train station, then get on the train and just go where I want to go. But the fact that you have to just always be in the car is something that I had to adjust. In fact, I adjusted that when I went to America, first of all. What do you love most about being back home? The people. Yeah. The food, everything. I love Nigeria. I love Nigeria. I don't know, you guys can tell. I love this place. Yes. It has its struggles. It has its ups and downs. It has things that I wish could be better, but I just love this place. I love it. So, but say, what do you love the most? When I say the food, I could have gotten food abroad. I think it's how we live, friends that turn family. I think it's just how we do things. When they say it takes a community to raise a child, that's Nigeria for you. How we, our communal kind of living, I really, really, really love that. What do you miss the most about living abroad? Getting basic things done fast. Example, if I was abroad, I would edit this video, upload it, but now I have to edit it, upload it a day before. Even though I have better internet now, but I miss the fact that internet was an issue. I miss transportation in the UK. I miss professionalism when it comes to work. Paying for something and know that what you paid for is what you're getting. I struggle with that a lot in Nigeria. I struggle with that a lot. How has your perspective on life, success or happiness changed since you returned? A lot. I realized that home is, where you call it, you can make it anywhere. We have this impression that you have to be outside the country to make it. But being here, having to work here, making it here, doing my thing here, living my life, right, has really taught me that happiness is really what you make of life. Do you get like things happen every day? Sometimes you come on social media and you're like, Nigeria, why? But then you're like, good things happen everywhere, bad things happen everywhere. So I think my perspective of life has changed. One thing about Nigeria, right? When you step out, like I'm currently in Lagos, if you go to the streets of Lagos, you see people who haven't eaten, and the way they laugh, there's something about the Nigerian spirit. I know that it might feel like we are used to masking struggles, but I don't know if it's how we laugh through things. Yeah, I don't know if it's how we still have a way of finding humor in everything. I don't know. I think I just love the spirit of the people. I love the hustling mindset of a typical Nigerian. I love the I can do it all mentality. I love the fact that somebody can get up tomorrow and say I've opened a car wash business, and he's just using water outside to wash cars. I love that. I love that about us. I love that we don't give up. Yeah, we make the best with what we have. Do you regret Japada, or would you do it again? Oh my God, I would do it again and again and again and again. What advice will you give to someone considering moving back? So many things. Your mindset is everything. Your mindset will keep you here. If you're not ready, don't come back. Because, like I said, no one's going to promise you like roses and all. Your mindset, come with a different mindset. Come ready to work. Come ready to change things. If you're coming to complain or to join the number of complainers, because we're already a lot of people complaining, right? Don't come back. Don't come back. But if you're coming back to make a change, if you feel like home is calling you, please answer that call. Do you feel more or less at home now than when you're abroad? Feel more at home in Nigeria. I mean, I keep telling people, becoming an American citizen automatically doesn't make you American. Becoming a British citizen automatically doesn't make you British. There's just something for us that grew up here. Home, we always feel more. Sarah, I feel more at home here in Nigeria. Has returning changed your identity or how you see yourself? I mean, no. I see myself as Nigerian, proudly Nigerian. What misconceptions do people abroad have about moving back? They will tell you things like, oh, Nigeria will happen to you. They will say things like, as if things that happen, they make it look like this is the worst country in the entire continent of Africa, or like in the entire world. They will scare you, coming back. When people are planning to come back, they'll make you feel like it's terrible, like as if sometimes when they talk about Nigeria, I go outside to say, hey, is this the country? Like I said, shit happens just like anywhere else. But the misconceptions they have about this place is that people believe that this place is the unsafest place in the world. They believe that this place, like the poverty in Nigeria, is smelling. They believe that that's why a lot of people make mistake when they come back to Nigeria to do business. Yeah. And you know why. Maybe if you've watched a lot of my videos, you know why. The reason people make a lot of mistakes is that the mindset, the view they have about the people they left behind. They left behind. So you come thinking, if I just open one store and I speak for it to sell. Think about it. Think again. How do you handle pressure or judgment from people who don't understand your decision? Hello, you pay my bills? I don't care. What does home mean to you now? Home is where the heart is. Home is Lagos now. As of today, home is Nigeria. Lastly, do you ever plan on moving back? Like I said before, I go back and forth, but mostly I stay in Nigeria. But yes, I go back and forth. And if it means, am I ever considering fully moving abroad? I will say, I don't know tomorrow, but for now, from where I'm sitting, the answer is no. Can I go and come back? Can I even stay a year? Yeah, but I will always have my home in Nigeria because I love Nigeria. Thank you so much. My name is Serahdonald, and if you're looking to come back to Nigeria, you want to book a consultation with me, check the description for my email, send me an email, and I'll get back to you, and we can have a one-on-one section, maybe to answer questions about Nigeria, guide you through, and all that stuff. And please, if you haven't checked out all my videos, you can check out my real estate videos. You can check out moving back to Nigeria video. I have so much here about moving back to Nigeria. And it's still your girl, Serahdonald. Please do well to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Bye.